Hi, welcome to the Light Side Podcast. I'm Shola, and I'm so grateful you're here for another conversation. Today's conversation is all about being in the receiving mode and what I like to consider being in the flow with life, like tapping into the space where you allow all the good things that life has to offer to flow into your life experience so that you're one with it, you're experiencing it, you're loving it. And this is hugely inspired by the teachings of Abraham Hicks. She is considered to be a collective consciousness channeled by Esther Hicks. Esther, along with her late husband, started sharing teachings from who she refers to as Abraham in the 80s. They brought the teachings of the law of attraction. They emphasize that our thoughts and emotions create our reality and aligning our energy to what we want. A lot of what I talk about has been inspired Abraham Hicks' teachings and workshops. Listening to her work has made a significant impact on my life. I do talk about their work quite often, and this episode is really dedicated to understanding how do I get in the receiving mode? How do I get aligned with more abundance? Because life, as Abraham always puts it, we're supposed to be flowing downstream, having fun and enjoying life. The purpose of our life is not to struggle and to be in pain and suffering, but to be in the enjoyment of it. And I think being in tune with that teaching is so liberating and life enhancing. If you start every single one of your days listening to an Abraham Hicks rampage or teaching, oh my goodness, it's so uplifting. I love her work. Today's episode is to tell you what it truly means to be in the receiving mode. What am I talking about? Certain questions you can ask yourself to check where you are in relation to being in the receiving mode. Abraham Hicks talks about how each of us have this antenna, thinking of it like the radio. We each can dial into different frequencies based on the frequency that we dial into. But let's just say, in the terms of antennas and radios, depending on which channel we tune into, we're going to get different music. And the same goes with our life experiences. If you have any feelings of why do other people tend to have it so easy? Why is it that other people have so much abundance that everything works out for them perfectly? Whereas for me, I have struggle, I deal with so much pain and frustration, etc. Abraham Hicks' teachings affirm that it's all up to us and how we feel within us. Through that, we change the channel we're on and we can impact our life experiences. We already dived right into it. I want to keep this short and sweet. I want to talk about what it means to be in the receptive mode. And truly, in short, it's about being in alignment with your desires and the flow of positive energy. As Abraham puts it so beautifully, is about aligning with your inner being, which is really this broader connection to love. Your inner being is love. You are here to experience love and intended to spread that. And so it's having this broader perspective that is essentially inner peace, inner knowingness. It's about being in a state of you're not just hoping or wishing that things are going to work out. You're expecting that things are always working out for you, whether because you are going to learn from it or grow from it, or it's actually for your highest good. When you're in this receiving mode, you're in sync with the energy of the universe, the energy of oneness. It feels like everything just falls into place. It's that state of allowing, being in the flow. You're in perfect receptive mode. You are flowing downstream, as she puts it. It's allowed to be easy. It's allowed to be safe. When you're not trying to force or control outcomes, you're in the receptive mode. When you're in the receptive mode, you're in this state of allowing. And I believe she mentions the art of allowing. And you find this in my content all the time. It's the state of being open and ready to receive the things you desire, your manifestations. What came to my mind a couple months ago, I was journaling and it occurred to me how much manifesting is about alignment, about aligning. I'm no longer saying I'm manifesting, I'm saying I'm aligning. And I said this because it's about feeling and acting and speaking as if we are at one with everything that we want to experience. A question that Abraham Hicks usually asks, I listen to a lot of her videos. She says, what am I under the influence of? Asking yourself this question, check in with yourself. This question is super powerful and impactful because you're essentially tapping into the energy you're aligning with. Are you under the influence of fear, which creates doubt, worry, and anxiety? Or are you under the influence of love, of trust, ease, joy? When you ask yourself this, what am I under the influence of? Then you become aware of the vibration you're offering and giving others. Everything is energy, and that vibration determines what you're attracting. If you're under the influence of fear, of lack, of scarcity, of having doubt that something is going to work out for you, then the experience is going to be more of the same. So the cause is in the effect. If you're instilling so much worry, fear, and doubt, then the end result is going to give you more of the same. Whereas if you are under the influence of love, of joy, of trust, you're going to experience more of the same. This is exactly why you see certain people that feel super in the flow and in the receiving mode. It seems like things are coming to them so easily because the energy they're exerting is of ease. The easier you take things, the easier they are. And the harder you take things, the harder they are. I understand there's so many limiting beliefs that hold us into this pattern of expecting things to be really, really hard. There is ancestral patterns. There is patterns from growing up, what we were modeled to by our parents. If they always struggled, if making money was said to be really, really hard versus if it came easy to us. It's very important to tune into what am I under the influence of? Another question to consider is, am I open to receiving or am I resisting it? Sometimes we think we're open, but deep down, we have limiting beliefs. We think money doesn't grow on trees. I'm not worthy. Making money is really hard. Saving is so hard. These are not facts, they're limiting beliefs. And if we think something is too good to be true, those thoughts create resistance because thoughts create our feelings and our feelings create our energetic frequency. Everything is so intertwined and connected. The thoughts that create resistance block the very things that we're trying to bring into our life experience. They block our manifestations from coming into our life experience. And I wanted to mention this because these questions help create awareness, knowing what am I under the influence of? Am I starting this conversation from a place of fear, insecurity, anxiety, or from a place of love, connection, joy, expansion? That helps make you more self-aware and more intentional with how you spend your time and the things you call into your life, because the people you spend your time with, the energies that you exchange with other people will basically have a snowball effect and they ripple into your life. You want to be mindful with who you're inviting into your space and what energies you're inviting so you can bask in the receiving of abundance, love, joy, everything that you want versus resisting it. If you're surrounded by people who instill more fear in you, who don't believe in your dreams or the things that you want and are talking against it, they instill doubt and they instill more limiting beliefs because our mind has a tendency to take narratives that other people tell us and store it into our subconscious, which then have a power of impacting us. The other big bullet that I wrote down that I want to talk about is the contrast in our experiences. Hicks puts it, she says, the contrast is necessary because it helps us see what we don't want, makes it clear to us what we do want. So you want to be thankful for the things that you don't want because they're making it even more clear to you what you do want. The people who feel like life is against them, for instance, or for people who everything seems to work out perfectly, Abraham Hicks says it's all about the vibration they're offering. The universe isn't deciphering anything more than vibration and energy. Also, other things like my personal beliefs are there is karma attached to our souls, there is past life experiences. It's about knowing what energy our vibration is offering. People who have this belief or tendency to think that things are expected to be hard, who focus on struggles, obstacles, hardships, anger, frustration, resentment, unfortunately tend to experience negative vibration. And so, something I learned from Abraham Hicks, which changed and transformed so many of my relationships and life experiences, was noticing and recognizing clearly life is not perfect. And so when things aren't going well, if you're working with a difficult colleague or if you're dealing with anyone difficult in your life, whether that is your family member or a friend, etc., instead of focusing on the things that frustrate you or the negativity in that relationship or connection, it's shifting your mindset literally by counting as many positive things as you can about them, being grateful for the things they bring to the table that really please you or make you happy or appease you. And so by focusing on the positive, you're able to shift that. Otherwise, focusing on their negative qualities or things that you don't appreciate about someone or something or a situation will just bring you more of the same. The truth of the matter is that influence of negativity, focusing on struggles, hardship, obstacles, those are negative vibrational influences and they attract more of the same. It's like that saying, when it rains, it pours. On the other hand, those who expect good things, who believe good things are possible for them, who have positive beliefs and thoughts about money, love, relationship, opportunities, people, how friendships are. If people have positive expectations in their relationships and connections, if that's what they expect, they naturally align with positive outcomes. They naturally align with things being more easy for them. That's what being in the receptive mode means. The universe responds with ease, grace, and abundance. It's not about luck, it's about alignment. I believe in conscious living, being deliberate and intentionally aligning our energy with ease, joy, flow, abundance, happiness, and love. There's so many famous sayings like bad luck comes in waves, like a succession of bad luck, or one thing led to another. It's like a series of events that broke out. All of these prove the laws of the universe have everything to do with alignment, have everything to do with energy. And so being in the receiving mode is being in the alignment with who you truly are in your core. This is why we talked about the power of now and finding who you truly are, which is pure positive energy for as long as you are present in this moment and allow the light of your consciousness to shine through. And so, how can you shift into the receiving mode if you're feeling you're stuck in a never ending loop of negativity? That always will start with gratitude for me. I think that is the quickest way to raise your vibration, to change where your mindset is when you really appreciate what you already have. It's like a muscle you train because unless you're wholly and fully appreciative of what you already have, you're also signaling that you're capable of experiencing more with gratitude. Gratitude is more than just saying thank you. It's a way of life, a way of being. Because when you're in gratitude energy, you're in acceptance energy. You're okay with things either way. You're okay with things as they are. Where I am is where I am, and I'm all right with where I am. That's an Abraham Hicks quote. I love that quote so much. Where I am is where I am, and I love where I am. That energy has gratitude and a surrender. There's no greater secret to life and how to be in the flow with life than just the being with it. All the philosophers of our time, of the last few thousand years, allude to the same thing. Another way of shifting your energy is using affirmations. Abraham Hicks says, a belief is just a thought you keep thinking. If you start thinking thoughts that align with what you want, they don't contradict what you want, affirm those things. Like, everything is always working out for me. I am open to receiving all the good that life has to offer. I deserve good things. By repeating affirmations, you're building new neural pathways and help reprogram your mind and shift your vibration and your energy. The other practice that I want to share is visualization, spending time each day imagining the life you want, the experiences you want, how easy you want things to be, focusing on how you feel as you visualize things working out in your favor. imagine things working out for you, feel it as if it's already yours. And that puts you in the emotional state of receiving because you're aligning your energy that of what you want. And so you become a match to it. And I talk about this a lot in other episodes. And then allowing yourself, if you find that you're stuck in this feeling of contrast in the pattern of negativity, just imagining a white light or a golden light just washing over your body and watching that dissolve and then visualizing the best case scenario. I hope it helps you. Just remember that being in the receiving mode is no more than being in alignment with your true self, which is love and light. Our ability to be at one with everything we want comes down to feeling good. Why you see people experiencing things and having everything they want with ease is because they're likely not putting too much pressure on it. When we reduce the significance of something, when we remove it from the pedestal, we're really able to become a match to it because with that is a belief that we're worthy of it. I just want to quickly conclude as a reminder, all there is to it is getting out of your own way by trusting the process, aligning with your desires, and truly believing that you're worthy of all the things that you want. The universe responds to you. You'll find that doors open effortlessly, opportunities flow to you, and life becomes this beautiful dance of give and receive, give and take. If you have doubts and limiting beliefs, it's hard to see our own blind spots. Feel free to reach out to me. I'm here for you. DMing me and asking me a question, feel free to do that. Or if you'd like one-on-one sessions, reach out. I can send you more information. I would love to help you explore how you can expand your life experience with light and abundance. If today's episode resonates with you, I encourage you to take a few minutes to reflect on the questions we talked about and putting a reminder on your phone maybe to ask and check in with yourself. What am I under the influence of? Am I open to receiving? Do I want to receive this? I share more content related to the episodes on my weekly newsletter, The Sunday Tea. You can find it on Substack. It's sundaytea.substack.com. Find the link in the show notes and subscribe to receive it. I love sharing exercises and practical things you can do to dig into anything and everything that might be holding you back. It's anywhere between 1 to 3 minutes of easy, digestible information that you receive on Sunday mornings. I'm so grateful to share that space with you. Thank you for tuning in. Until next time, I'm sending you so much love. Thank you.